So this video is for the ones who have actually done an intervention. And the purpose of what I'm going to say here is to help you guys understand the importance of following through with our family aftercare. Because the excuses families make to not listen to us after the intervention are the same excuses that families make not to do an intervention. When I say the same, I don't mean the exact words, but the reasons and the intent behind the excuses. And it goes back to the DIY video, the do-it-yourself intervention, of what families think an intervention is. If you paid us to come to your house to talk your loved one into treatment and don't think that our family recovery coaching program is going to be beneficial in any way, I'm here to tell you that you need this part more than any other part that we put you through, or that we offer you, or that we guide you through. And I know I said I'd put you through like it was a hard task. What I mean is that our curriculum is designed to do this the right way. We're not the intervention company that comes in, tries to get your loved one to go, they say no, and I go home with a check, and then you call me and I call you back in 3 days. We have a structured curriculum afterwards, and we have a structure to how that works. Right after the intervention, families are called by one of our intake coordinators, and we start the process of you guys joining family recovery. And I can't tell you how important it is to work on yourselves during this time. Guys, the family aftercare is not about talking about what your loved one had for breakfast in treatment. It's not about complaining about your son's wife, who you think is the cause of the reason why he's in a treatment center for his alcoholism. It's not to talk about each other. It's to talk about where are you at in your own recovery. So when you guys make excuses to not be in our aftercare, follow directions, follow the homework that our counselors and our aftercare team gives you, the advice, what goals you're setting for the week, Al-Anon meetings. I mean, it's to the point where if you don't come to our groups having documentation that you attended at least one outside meeting, we may not even let you in. And that's part of our curriculum. Like, we take this serious. Our aftercare department is not to hear your excuses. Our aftercare department is to help you guys get better so your loved one stands a chance. And I say in many of my videos, victims say, why me? Survivors say, what's next? And that's where you guys need to be. We're not talking about what's for lunch at the treatment center. We're not talking about when they're going to call you to check in. We're talking about what did you do for your own recovery, and to stop making excuses. And the number one excuse families make is us. Once your loved one goes to treatment, families fall apart. Everybody thinks, well, if my loved one says, no, I'll never be able to handle that. Guys, that's the easiest department in this organization, because people are just continuing on with what they've lived with. Now, they're saddened, but they know how to handle it and navigate it. Our groups and our curriculum, handling the people's loved ones who are doing well in treatment, handling those families, is by far and wide the hardest part of this curriculum. That's where the excuses to not do anything for your own recovery are in full bloom. Guys, this is a family problem. If you think for 1 second your loved one's going to go to treatment and excel while you sit back and stay the same, and they're going to return to that same dysfunction that they had to leave in order to get well, you might as well bring them home now, because they are going to be extremely vulnerable if you guys don't get it together and start doing something for yourself. Get to Al-Anon, get to Codependency Anonymous, get to ACOA, which is Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families. Get to Families Anonymous, get to a therapist, double your groups, not your individual sessions, but all the outside groups we have at Family First Intervention. Stop making excuses to not follow through with our aftercare, and start getting involved in your own recovery. If you do that, you'll see the results.